The AI hype is officially over, and we're starting to now catch the reversal within that entire market. Take a look at SMCI. SMCI was up 20% yesterday and now down 20 today as of a high of 729 and now at a low of 463. And that goes to show to you that people are finally coming to realization that AI is not monetizable to the level of billions that we've been pouring into it. Take a look at Intel. Intel is down nearly 60% within the last year. Or NVIDIA. NVIDIA is down 30% within the last 2 months. And all of this combined is now showing us within the last market crash on Monday that we saw at the Nikkei 225 that these markets are not solid. It's not healthy. And because of that, we're going to see a correction in the coming months. And those earnings of SMCI truly showed us that. As if you do remember, SMCI was literally the hottest AI stock after NVIDIA, if not the hottest, and it's now only holding a market cap of $28 billion. So it is quite obvious that we're seeing the risk appetite behind AI stocks coming down, and I do believe now in the coming weeks and months that June 30th was really the peak for AI stocks, and I don't see a further climb, if not for a while, until we see a pretty big correction on these companies, as they quite literally have nothing monetizable to that level. Like, literally put some thought into it and really think about it. Like, take, for example, all of these earnings calls that we saw, all they would say is AI, and the price would go higher and higher. And we all knew that eventually we would have to face the music. And I'm calling this reversal right now that we are at the top and the music will be faced very, very soon. Because it's just not healthy. It's not sustainable long term. These prices are, in my opinion, absolutely insane for these kinds of companies. I get the whole visionary details behind it. But in essence, for long term, it's not reasonable. It's not. So for the three big AI companies, here's what you should know in the coming weeks and months. I do believe that Intel, as it is down 60% over the last year alone, it's going to continue going further and further into the grave. Intel is an old company. They have no new visionary stuff. And the amount of catch-up that they have to play with these other companies like SMCI and NVIDIA is huge. Here's the other big setup I want you to take a look at within the coming weeks, and that is SMCI. SMCI is now going to hit their 52-week low, and that'll be a big magnet for buyers. So I highly recommend you keep an eye on those levels in the coming weeks and months as well. And last but not least, NVIDIA. What is expected for NVIDIA? The king of AI, the one that's been doing all of it. I do think that NVIDIA now in the coming weeks, it all comes down to their earnings. If their earnings are good, I can see another huge blow to the upside. However, I do just have a feeling in the back of my mind that we are overestimating NVIDIA and they're not going to beat their EPS predictions, etc. But NVIDIA earnings is really what it comes down to, because if you have to think of all these AI companies, NVIDIA is literally the base. And if any sort of shift happens, like a poor earnings, I could see literally, as we are witnessing already, a further collapse into the AI markets and a very mean and strong correction. If you did enjoy this video, I highly recommend you like and subscribe. And do not forget, I do have a Twitter account at MattFolio where I do post live updates on different stock outlooks, their price targets, and different kinds of news that I don't cover here on YouTube for you guys to exclusively see.